Doing too many ultrasounds can be harmful to the baby, and honestly, no one tells you that. Have you heard people say that too many ultrasounds can harm your baby? Or maybe you've heard the opposite, that the more ultrasounds, the better. But what's the real truth? This topic creates a lot of controversy, and, very few people actually know the real risks and recommendations. So today, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about ultrasound frequency during pregnancy, and why more doesn't always mean better. Stay with me until the end. Ultrasound is one of the most common and important tools in prenatal care. It helps track the development of the baby, detect abnormalities, confirm the due date, and, honestly, so much more. But here's where it gets tricky. Some women end up having way more ultrasounds than necessary, either for emotional reassurance or through clinics that offer unnecessary packages. In a healthy pregnancy, medical guidelines typically recommend 3 routine ultrasounds, one in the first trimester, usually between 6 to 13 weeks, to confirm the pregnancy, detect multiples, and calculate the due date. One in the second trimester, between 18 and 24 weeks, known as the anatomy scan. This one checks your baby's organs, limbs, spine, and even the heart, and one in the third trimester, often around 32 weeks, to monitor growth, position, and amniotic fluid levels. These 3 are considered medically sufficient for low-risk pregnancies. But what if your doctor recommends more? If there are complications like gestational diabetes, bleeding, or abnormal growth, more scans may be essential. In that case, they're not just okay, they're life-saving. But what about the risks? Can ultrasound be harmful if done too often? Here's what the science says. Ultrasound is considered safe when used correctly. It uses sound waves, not radiation, to create images. However, in high doses or when used too frequently, especially without medical need, there's growing concern among some experts. Studies suggest that the energy from the waves can cause slight heating of tissues or create tiny vibrations in developing cells. While no harm has been conclusively proven in humans, animal studies do raise some questions. That's why medical authorities like the FDA and WHO recommend using ultrasound only when there's a valid reason, and always by trained professionals. Now let's talk about 3D and 4D ultrasounds. These scans are popular for emotional reasons. You get to see your baby's face, yawns, or even little smiles. But here's the truth. These scans are not essential for medical monitoring. They are considered optional and sometimes even commercial. The issue is when they're done too often, or by non-medical professionals just for fun. That's when the safety of the baby could be at risk. Not because the technology is evil, but because it's being misused. Another important point, getting too many ultrasounds can create a false sense of security. Just because you see the baby moving doesn't mean everything is okay. Ultrasound can't detect all issues, and relying only on it, without proper prenatal care, can be risky. So what's the bottom line? Ultrasound is an incredible and essential part of modern pregnancy, but like any medical tool, it should be used with balance and caution. Don't skip necessary scans, but don't overdo it either. Always ask your doctor, is this really necessary? Your baby's safety comes first. Now tell me, have you ever felt pressured or confused about how many ultrasounds to get? Share your experience in the comments. And if this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe. Here we talk about pregnancy with truth and care.